together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today it's NFL Sunday. So we got a full slate of NFL games. Actually, not a complete slate because we do have bye weeks starting this week. So
who's on bye?
There's 4 teams on bye this week. I'm drawing a complete blank on who, but there's 4 teams on bye.
Okay. I'll go look at it. Oh, Cleveland I know is on bye.
Yeah, there's 4 teams on bye this week and all that. So we don't have as big of a slate, but hey, we still got a slate to go over.
What, week 5?
Yeah.
Chargers, Browns, Bucks, Seahawks.
Yep.
There you go. Sorry.
But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, 1-1 right and 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. And for me, actually, college football was actually profitable at the end of the day. I have to readjust all my stuff because I had one play marked a loser and I needed overtime to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball was the reason I had a losing day yesterday, and that was because I got cute.
Oh, okay.
I took the team total over for Philadelphia and the full game over instead of taking just the Phillies money line, which was a loser. I ended up grabbing the Dodgers team total over, which lost. The Orioles team total over 4.5 was a loser. The full game over 8 was a loser. The only thing that I feel like this has been a trend for me in the playoffs so far. I only win one game on each given slate. It was the Astros, first 5 -1/2, full game -1. I'm going to stick to my guns there. The Astros sweep the Twins this year. I just think that there is levels to this, and that I just don't see the Twins competing in that series. Now, I may be wrong, but it's what it is. I split out on CFL yesterday. I had the Riders -3.5, which lost, but I had the over 49, which came in there. I have a bunch of college football plays. I ain't going to go over them all. I'll go over my dog hits and things like that. I had Oklahoma +6.5, +205. That was a winner there. I got through the back door with Rutgers at +14. I had Western Michigan at +20.5, which came through. Bama came through at -130. Iowa came through. Wake Forest had a chance to win the game. That was a close one. I got through the back door at Tulsa at 3.5. Got ASU at +4. But there's one. I also had Iowa State +6.5 and +200, which came through. But there is one game I want to talk about, and I was sweating the entire thing out. I ended up turning off the game because I thought it was over, because Georgia Tech, I believe, turned it over on downs or something like that.
Oh, my God. Did you see that sequence?
I was watching it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They, instead of kneeing the ball, they ran the ball. He fumbled, and with 26 seconds left, Georgia Tech had the ball. They had a nice little completion for about 20 yards. They spiked it. And then in a little scramble drill, a busted coverage in the middle of the secondary for Miami. Wide receiver broke open, and touchdown, Georgia Tech. Which I remember that because I was on stream and I yelled and I woke you up.
Yeah, you did.
But that ended up cashing Georgia Tech +790 on the money line. So that was really, really fun. And so Georgia Tech has been my favorite team the last 2 weeks, Tim. Because one thing I noticed is last night they cashed a +790. And last week I cashed Bowling Green +750 against them.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So if you back-to-back Georgia Tech games resulted in 21-point underdogs winning outright. So fun times there.
Sounds like
But still, somehow, it was because of baseball. I was going to say, because I was slightly profitable in college football because of baseball. I had a losing day yesterday, down a little less than 2 units. Frustrating, but it's football Sunday now.
I will say we had a great day on the site, Nick. Finally, like our first good week of college football, I will say. And I like that we took shots because I know we ended up finishing with a very, very nice college football week. We started off the first 2 days, Jacksonville State and Nebraska both like plus 151, plus 150. So that was really nice to start off. Noon games, we had 2 plays and they were nice. Although I had Texas personally, we had the over in the game and that hit. We had the over in the Army game and that hit. Then we go to later. We go into like the later on games. I will say we had the Orioles run line on the site. Loser. That's fine because we'll talk about the 2 other plays that we hit in the MLB yesterday, which were fantastic, and a third one I wish we put up, but it is what it is. UCLA -3. You back the unranked team if they're favorites versus a ranked team. It's just what we do. ULL never in doubt. Money lined on that one. Syracuse. We went to the game. Boy, was that pathetic. I think they stopped them on I think the first time Syracuse stopped UNC on defense was in the 4th quarter. Wake Forest almost won outright, but they covered the 21.5. And the under would have hit as well. I remember I mentioned that one in a Picks and Parleys video. UCF was not the play. They lose 51-22. The over was easy in UAB. Here's another one. Here's one of our baseball plays. Houston, run line, plus 140. And then Philadelphia, money line, plus 182. I will be fading the Atlanta Braves the entire series, so I'm super excited about it. Rice was pathetic. Arizona State, I will say I had the money line. We did the money line instead of plus 3.5, but I will say I did that for 4 different games this week. The first 2 were Jacksonville State on the Thursday night game and Nebraska the night before. So both of those hit for nice plus monies. Arizona State was our only loser doing it because the other one we had, I took Wyoming outright, and Wyoming plus 193 cashed. Very, very nice. The over did not hit in Arkansas, but I will say end of the night was fantastic. Arizona plus 22. That one went into triple overtime. What the hell is going on with USC?
They almost won outright in that game.
They almost went outright, and then the over hit. Well, when it goes into the 3 overtimes, they call it overtime, not undertime. So we ended up finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 11-6 yesterday, up 6.69 units on the site. Really, really happy. We don't have an extremely big slate today. So we'll see how it goes. So hopefully we can make it 2 nice days in a row. And I will say, me personally, we don't have anything up for that London game up on the site. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars as one of my contest picks. It's currently 11 Jaguars, but 750 left to go in the second. So that's going well. Overall, really good day yesterday. Hoping for a good day today. Time to head to the chat. We'll say hi real quick, and then we'll run through some NFL action. Went 8-0-1 yesterday and won 6K in my poker. Nice. There you go on ESB. Bengals to buy a low spot on Burrow. I love the my LSU boys today. 1,100 to win 1K. I will say one of my contest picks is the Cardinals. Now I wish I could switch it right now. I would switch it to another team, but it is what it is. ESB, my guys, had a dud yesterday. I got shellacked. Damn USF Bulls. That's fine. I don't like USF. I really don't. Dolphins minus 12.5. Solo over 30.5. I don't know about that one today. By the way, Nick, if you want that one up on the site, you can put it up on the site. My last hope was Iowa minus 2.5. Hey, you got there, Phil. And the Dodgers. Oh, I will say, balling out. I took Arizona. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Waiting on Josh Allen interception to start the morning. Hopefully you get one soon. Go Jacksonville. I deserve to lose with the Dodgers. I saw Tim's video. Congrats on you and your plus 165, but refuse to believe it. Dude, I expected that to be a lot closer of a game. Freaking 9-0 at the end of the third. Yeah, I marked that one a winner. I moved on. I think Dave will make it to NFL Pub this morning. He'll do it. He's good at what he does. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. F Texas football except the Red Raiders. Did they actually win yesterday? Texas Tech.
I didn't bet the game, so I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah. Oh no, you do this one. You know.
Yo.
We got okay. Here's the deal, Joe. Talk to us, and I want to get you onto a private room real quick. I want to record this, so and we got to record the 3 different versions you do, so we could have your own like kind of like these with you. I want to do that so that we have exactly how they're supposed to be said so we can translate it the right way. I hit on Philly, lead by 5 and led by 7. Lead by at the end of 5, at the end of 7. Same game parlay. Hell yeah, Joe, get it. There's enough for a bug cash out. There you go. Thread the needle with Maryland spread first half and Buckeyes the second half. There you go. Full game. There you go. I'm big on Saints plus 115 today. Who did the Saints got?
Patriots. That's a toss.
That's one of those games that I found it very easy to just cross out and move on from. Like, subscribe, and cash those bets. Good morning, everyone. Morning, AM Massacre. Welcome. Going to run back the Nerfy and the Phillies money line, same game parlay, the only good playoff wagon I have right now. I will be riding that wagon for a while. Yes. Niners. I'm on the opposite side. We'll talk about that one later. Good. Sounds good. Good, Joe. We'll talk later. Oh yeah, it's my birthday. Was hoping for that extra good luck magic today. Do we have something for birthday?
No, we're not, Dave.
No dancing cowboys.
No dancing cowboys.
Then we'll for your birthday we'll give you this one.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude.
You twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, dick!
Hopefully that works for you. Happy birthday, Untouchable. Let's get it. Let's jump into these games, and I think me and Nick will start off by disagreeing. And that's going to be a very common theme.
Well, yes, but at this line, not as much. Falcons 2.5-point favorites now, total 42 in this game. Take a look at the line history. Let me get that up here. As we have Atlanta and Houston. This line now is up to a 2.5. This line did open up. What is the date I'm looking for? On Sunday night. That was Sunday morning. It opened up. The first was a Sunday morning. So at Sunday night, trying to find one. There we go. It opened up at a 3. It got on all the way to a pick'em, and now it's back up to a 2.5. Line opened up at a 41. It's up to a 42. So the line moved towards an over, and the line moved towards the slightly towards the Texans. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 63% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on these Texans, and the line originally dropped, which is kind of interesting there. 76% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the Texans money line. 34% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the under. The line has gone up a point, but with that being said, I mean, I can understand the line moving towards the under. I kind of lean that direction. Looking at what these two teams have done as of late, we have the Houston Texans coming in off of 2 really good wins, 37-17 over the Jacksonville Jaguars, and probably the best win we've seen them have in years, 30-6 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. They won both games outright as underdogs. And on the flip side, we have the Atlanta Falcons, who put up 7 points last week against the Jaguars and 6 points the previous week against the Lions as they got blown out both games. And Atlanta's a favorite in this one. Now, here's the one thing that I will say about Atlanta is both those games were away from the Superdome. When they are at Dome Sweet Dome this year, they're 2-0. They won against the Packers and they won against the Panthers. When I capped this game earlier in the week, I had this game at let me grab my projected lines real quick. So I'm not reading off the incorrect numbers. I had this game at around 2.5. So when I bet this game, there was value on these Falcons. I got the Dirty Birds at $1.30 when they were a -1.5, I believe. I see value at the Falcons at 2.5, not as much. because I had them capped around 2.5 or around like that minus 150 mark on the money line, which, I mean, 135 still has a little bit of value here, I think, with these dirty birds. So I'm leaning towards that direction. I did bet Atlanta at minus 130 earlier in the week. This is a contest pick for me. And mainly one of my main reasons behind this is the ultimate buy low, sell high spot. You have Texans coming in off of 2 really strong wins. And now let's see them hit the road and do it too, because I believe they were on the road against Jacksonville, but they won that big game at home against Pittsburgh last week. I want to see what they do on the road here against these Dirty Birds, which are much better at home. And I see the Falcons being able to run the ball effectively today with Robertson, controlled the time of possession here in this spot. So I am on the Falcons. I'm kind of leaning towards an under in this game, but I think I'm just going to stick with the Dirty Birds here.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side. Because one thing you forgot to mention, Nick, where did Atlanta play last week? London. Oh, okay, there we go. I like to fade. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter what sport. Because I know we did this. There was baseball games in London this year. There were NBA games that were in like Mexico and stuff. And
what is the record when you're doing that?
It's actually pretty good. I know last year, I think there was three games that were overseas. And I think the teams coming back from the overseas games went 4-2. Or sorry, if you faded them, it went 4-2. So it's still positive. I'll take that. Houston just is a good team, Nick, and the books just aren't ready to admit that one yet. Because C.J. Stroud looked great. Granted, it was against I'm not super high on Jacksonville, although they're currently winning against Buffalo, still 11-0. Although Buffalo is driving now, so we'll see how that one goes. But I'm not high on Pittsburgh, so I could look at that win and go, yeah, whatever. They look great against Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh's defense, it's a good defense, but they just did not look good yesterday, and it's tough for the Pittsburgh to score when they had a backup quarterback in. So I'm not super hung up on that. I'm going to be fading the Falcons coming home from London. So go ahead, sign me up. I like the Texans in this one.
Fair. Yeah, the Falcons are a contest pick for me. I think the Texans are a contest pick for you, right?
The Texans are a contest pick for me. So that's one of the 2 games that we disagree on.
Yep, is what it is. So.
Love the under in the Broncos Jets. Think that's my favorite. I would have been more inclined to that if it was like a 40 or a 39.5. It's like a 43, which just doesn't make sense. But and you know, I don't think the Broncos defense is good. Silly videos, yes. Texans money line lean under as well. I would I would lean towards the under just because I would feel like Atlanta just. Now, this would 100% be an Atlanta spot if Atlanta didn't play in London last week. That's my only big thing. So, I don't want to trust the Texans. I don't blame you on that one, but I'm not really. I need to hit a 3 to 4 teamer. That's fair. Good luck to you. Steelers under 39, low for a reason. Divisional unders. I could see that. Ravens Steelers under. It's a divisional under, so sure. But we'll talk about that game in a little bit. We'll move on to this one.
Yeah, this one's a tricky one. This one was up to a 10 earlier in the week. I wish I grabbed it at the 10. Let's get into it at this spot. We have Carolina and Detroit. This line opened up at a minus 8.5. It got up to a 9. It got up to a 9.5, 10 at some point. And it's come back down a point of value back here on the Panthers. We have this line opened up at a 44, and it is still a 44. So really no movement on the total there in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. We have 26% of the tickets, 37% of the cash is on the Panthers. So not many tickets and not many bets coming in on the Panthers here. I'm kind of tempted with them here. 53% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the over in this spot. This is a tricky game. Do I trust the Panthers No. Do I trust the Lions laying double digits? Also no. Which I think is just going to end up being a pass for me. The Panthers have really struggled so far this season. They're 0-4 straight up. They're 0-3 ATS. And the Detroit Lions are coming in off of a Thursday night victory against Green Bay in their previous game. They've had plenty of time to prepare for this one here, which is probably going to end up keeping me off of this game. Last time the Lions went on the road on a Thursday night and got a win against a big team. The following week, they lost outright. They beat KC week 1, and then they lost 37-31 to the Seahawks that previous next week. I lean Carolina. Carolina cost me last week. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one, but it's Panthers or nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull this one. This one was one of the easier ones for me to not go and fire at. And that's fine. I don't have to fire at every single game. This is just one that I kind of stayed away from. Carolina 0-4 to start the year, 0-3-1 against the spread. The only time that they played well was they pushed, and that was a miracle push against the New Orleans Saints. This offense just does not look good besides when they played Seattle, but a couple of those touchdowns were in garbage time when that game was already out of hand. Detroit may be for real, but at the same time, I'm not. Yes, they should win this game. Whether or not they cover, it's a different story. Although the 3 games they did win, they did cover, although they were a dog in one of them. And this is actually the biggest favorite I've seen the Detroit Lions in years. Not to mention, did you see that it was the first time in like 40 years last week that the Detroit Lions were favorited against the Green Bay Packers?
In Green Bay?
In Green Bay.
I don't know about 40 years, but I think
it's something like that. But I'm not touching this game. This one is there's a bunch of other games that I like more. But good luck to Detroit Lenny and his Lions today. But go Panthers.
Yeah, no interest in this game.
Ravens first quarter. Yes. Do we have any updates on Deuces?
I do not know.
Okay. I'll look it up. My team with backups to fully fading them. Pittsburgh. Okay. There's only one Wilson I trust today in Broncos country. Ride that L while we queue up Stacy's mom. Hold on. I was not prepared. Hold on. There you go. Stacy's mom has got it going on. There you go. I feel like the illusion on this one, is Carolina sucks so bad against them. Even the Panthers play seems like the script. I couldn't go after either one. That's all I have to say this morning.
Well said.
Lean under. I could see an under. Slight interest in the Cardinals today. I like the Cardinals, yes. What's up, Flea? Welcome. Colts alternative -6.5. Sure. Ravens. Yes, we like the Ravens today. We'll talk about them in a minute because we'll talk about this game first. Another one that was kind of easy for me to throw out.
Yeah, I've only played this game one way so far, and I was in a 2-team teaser. This one, Indianapolis and Tennessee. Indianapolis -2.5 with a total of 43.5 in this game. This line opened up at a -1 for the Colts, and it's flipped to a -2.5 for the Titans. I don't know why. I think there's some type of injuries for the Colts today. And then this total opened up at a 41. It's up to a 43.5. Why is this line moving up? That's really confusing why this line's moving up. Let's take a look at the cash flow, see if it makes sense. 63% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the over, and yet this line's gone from a 41 to a 43.5. I kind of lean towards that over at this number. We have 44% of the tickets and 53% of cash is on the Titans, and the line's moved towards the Titans big time. I think that has a little bit to do with injuries as well. I have this game at a pick. I have this game at 0.07. So I have the Titans as a 0.017 or 0.17 point favorite in this game. Basically a pick. So I see value with the Tennessee Titans or with the Indianapolis Colts in this game. I took them in a teaser up to the 8.5. I kind of lean towards taking their money line here. I just think this line has moved too much. And we can get a +119 on the Colts. I think that has some nice appeal to it. For some reason, I feel like this game could go over the total at 43.5. What have these two teams done offensively as of late is the question, though, because this is, for me, a tricky spot. I had the Colts in a teaser, and I think that just may be the only way I play this game. The Colts have gone 3-1 to the over so far this year. They played a few overs, and they've gone over this number a few times, and the only time they didn't go over, it finished at a 41. So this team could have easily been, and that one was in overtime, this team could have easily been 4-0 to the over so far this season. The Titans, on the other hand, they play much better offensively at home. Their 2 road games, they have 18 points. Their 2 home games, they have 54 points. So I feel like if I want to back an over, it would be with Tennessee at home. But, I mean, I feel like this is an over spot. And I think I want to move on this over. And maybe I grab a little Colts team total. I think that's maybe the way I approach this game. The Colts team total is at 20.5. I'm going to do that. Colts team total over at 20.5, full game over 43.5. That's 110 for me here.
This one was an easy one for me to stay away from. I will say these are garbage games for the 1 o'clockers. By the way, touchdown Buffalo 11-7 now. Yeah, these are awful games for the 1 o'clockers. I like the 4 o'clock games a lot better. I had plays on all 4 o'clock games and the Sun. And I'm sorry, these 1 o'clock games are just awful. But this one's another one I stayed away from. Maybe a divisional under. Do we know whether or not it's Richardson playing today?
I do not.
Okay. I don't know whether or not Richardson is in or not. That one they probably gave us that information. I just didn't look it up. I could probably look that up real quick. Let's search.
Honestly, I think I prefer Minshew.
Richardson, quarterback. Richardson has no injury status report, so I think it is Richardson, which makes me kind of lean towards Tennessee, but I'm not touching Tennessee as a favorite. You guys know I'm not big on Richard. I'm on the can't speak Tennessee battle for first place, but no, I'm kidding. This one's a stay away from me.
It is a battle for first place in the division.
Yeah, every week is. Danger pass, yes. Henry, anytime touchdown, I could see that. If they're going to score, that's the way they're going to do it. Titans, Texans, Jags all lose. Colts lead the AFC South. I think the Texans win, though. And I think the Jaguars win. So, took the Colts in the
Oh, good. You exited yourself out of the stream, so.
All right. Oh. Sorry. I accidentally clicked I have a different mouse, so I accidentally clicked one of these buttons, and it sent me back to the lobby. So that was fun. Took the Colts in the under. Have fun. Borderline 1-800, pretty much. Saints money line in the under too. That's another game I really just didn't get a handle on. But let's go to this one, Nick. We could probably this one's almost a 1-800, but
yeah, but I actually really like this game. And I'm probably going to be differing on a bunch of people in this game, but let's get into it. The Miami Dolphins are 13-point favorites in this game, total 47.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot because it's been nothing but one-way action. We had this line opened up last week before the games were played at a 9.5. It reopened up at an 11. It's gone from an 11 to 11.5. Actually went back down to an 11, and then back to the 11.5, up to a 12, up to a 12.5, and now we're seeing 13s, which is exactly what I was expecting to see. You know why I was expecting to see that? Because everybody and their mother are on the Miami Dolphins today. Wow, actually that number actually has gone up because earlier in the week that was in the single digits. If you're looking at how many tickets are on the Giants, 12. 12% of the tickets are on the Giants. 4% of the cash is on the Giants. I believe that they said that almost 90%, over 90% of the tickets were on one side there. They haven't had over 90% of tickets on a NFL side since the 2008 New England Patriots. So That's just crazy that the Miami Dolphins are the most public side we've seen in almost 15 years. 81% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the under. And the line dropped, actually. This line had gone, because I remember I mentioned this side. I never mentioned the total in this game, which it opened up at a 50. It's gone down to a 47.5, which is definitely enough to keep me off the over in this game. So let's take a look at what these two teams have done, and it's been ugly. The Giants are coming in off of getting absolutely embarrassed on primetime again, 24-3. They've now played 3 primetime games and lost them all. All 3 of their games they've lost.
Are they done with primetime games now?
Unfortunately, no. Yeah. The only time they didn't play a primetime game, they actually won the game. But on the flip side, we have Miami coming in off of a blowout loss. They lost 48-20. When they finally played an actual team, they get exposed. And when we look at this Miami Dolphins team, who have they played this year? The Chargers, who love to choke games away. The Patriots, who are their only win is against the New York Jets. And the Denver Broncos.
By a bajillion.
Who lost to the Bears. Or, my bad, almost lost to the Bears. I think the Dolphins are fake good.
Freaking Jacksonville had the ball in the red zone and fumbled it.
Good. So for me in this game, I was waiting. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on it here. I'm going to take the New York Giants. I'm going to get 13 points with them in this spot. This is an unbelievably ridiculous public play that I'm going to take a shot and fade. Also, that move towards the under kind of makes me think that this game could be a little bit lower scoring. I think in order for the Giants to stay competitive, they're going to have to be able to run the football. And great, my bet online is being stupid, so I'm going to have to do this on my phone. They're going to have to run the football. So I think maybe the Dolphins team total under is worth a look as well. So let me go ahead and punch those in, and I'll let Tim break down this game, and I'll tell you exactly the numbers I got for it.
God, this is gross. I would have said Dolphins at where the line opened at 8.5. If you were able to get the Dolphins at that number, then you are in a really nice shape. I think this is just going to be a game I stay off of. I think the line moved way too much. But I'm not really in the business of trying to going after this. The Dolphins are good. Let's just say the Dolphins are good. They are legit. I still think the Dolphins win the AFC East. Last game was ugly to say the least, but they actually went and had to play a real team. So the Giants are not a real team. Their only winnings against Arizona, who is awful. But you get who do they Giant? Wow, Dolphins have 2 easy games in a row: Giants and Carolina, and then they go to Philly. That will be the true test for me, is whether or not Miami can do something against Philly. I'm gonna go. I would at this number, I'd probably have to lean towards the Giants, but I'm not gonna end up touching this game. If you want to put it up, Nick, go ahead, have fun. I'm not touching this game personally.
Yep, I'll put this up on the site here. I got Giants plus 13, minus 110. Small sprinkle of Giants plus 550 money line, and the Miami Dolphins team total under 30.5 at minus 105. I think that's a little high of a number as well.
There you go. Here late because of YouTube notifications. Don't worry. Good luck, boys. Good luck, job, Gio. I swept UFC card last night until the last fight of the night, and the watched thousands of dollars disappear with one punch. What was the main event last night?
Not a clue.
Cool. Dave's stream last night went to shit. I wasn't even awake.
It was terrible at the end, yes. It was terrible.
Over or nothing. I could see an over in the Giants game. Although the lines dropped from 50 to 47.5. So,
yeah.
Show you right. But Baltimore money line parlay. You already know I'm down for it. Let's go. By the way, I did look up Deuces. Keaton Mitchell was not activated, so he's not playing. So. Holy crap, Jonathan Taylor got his extension. He's playing to this weekend. All right, Jonathan Taylor's playing. Give me the Titans. Dolphins. I bet Hill's receptions. I was so sure 5-teamer. Good luck to you. Solo over Miami 30.5. I don't think they get there.
No.
I could never go Danny Dimes on the road. Dang, 2008, 7-0. Okay. I don't know what that means. 2008 Super Bowl was when the Patriots went undefeated in a regular season. Yes. The elite Eli. No, not elite.
The elite Eli.
Don't overthink this one. Fins en route.
That's what I've heard all week long. I'm still waiting for somebody to be on the Giants.
That's not enough points for the Giants. They need at least 14 or 21.
I disagree. My number 4 was an 8.5, actually.
That doesn't make sense. I don't know what you mean. What doesn't make sense? It's another weird one, Nick.
Yeah. Let me finish.
I was trying to figure this one out. I don't understand this one.
Yeah, maybe this is a buy low spot. We'll go get into it. The Patriots are 1-point favorites in this game with a total of 39 in this spot. I don't think there's been a more profitable bet this year than New Orleans Saints unders so far.
Or just fading them in general.
Or yeah, this line opened up at reopened up at a -2, down to a 1.5. It did get down to a pick and then some buyback on the Patriots there. This line opened up at 38.5. It's up to a 39. So actually the line's moved slightly towards an over in this game here, even though 90% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the under. Interesting. 53% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the Patriots. So it's about split, and the line slightly moved towards the Saints. We had the Patriots coming in off of the worst loss in the Bill Belichick era. They looked terrible. They were out of it right off the rip, and they lose by 35 points to the Dallas Cowboys. This team now drops to 1-3 straight up and 1-3 ATS this season. But they get a decent matchup, which is the New Orleans Saints, who are coming in, have not covered a number this year. The best they've done is push. They've gone under in 10 straight games, which is end up going to keep me off the over, I think, in this game. I'm leaning over in this spot. But the fact that these two teams are combined 1-7 to the under does worry me. This is a low number. I get it. I feel like this. I would be interested in an over here in this spot, especially with all the money coming in on this under and the line moving towards the over. Something tells me this line this game hits in the 40s. Am I willing to bet that? No, but it's over or nothing for me in this game. As for the side, my number has this game at with New England as a 1.5-point favorite. So as a 1-point favorite, I see about half a point of value on the line. On the money line, what is the Patriot money line for this game? Because I think there may be a little bit of value. I forgot. My bet online's on my phone because of being stupid on my laptop. Patriots money line 127. Meh. It's going to end up being a stay off spot for me. I'll lean towards the over.
Yeah, I'm going to be on nothing. I will say it is a lean towards the over because you see the Saints have gone under in 4 straight weeks. You see the New England Patriots have gone under in every single game besides that Philly game that snuck over. And the line's gone up a half a point because I saw it open up at 38.5 and it's gone up a half a point. I would kind of lean that way. Am I betting this game? No. If anything, I'd probably be a lean towards the Patriots. I was not high on the Saints coming into the year. I'm going to stick with the same team that I said was going to win the division before, and I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay. And I think at the end of this week, Tampa Bay is going to have an even bigger lead, and it's because they're not even playing this week. Because I think New Orleans loses this week. I think Atlanta loses this week. And I think Tampa Bay gains a little bit more of a lead in that division. Am I betting the Patriots? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not. I would lean towards the over if I have to go after anything in this game. But I think we're getting close to – we got one more game in the 1 o'clockers, which I actually have a play with, and then I'll have a play on the rest of the card. So,
yeah. I said screw it. I made a move on it. This is going to be ugly, but you know me. I'm all for ugly plays. Over 39 minus 107 Patriots and
All of that one.
so yeah, over 39 points here in this spot, which may be a mistake because the Saints don't know what an over is. But yeah, where did you leave off? This game. Yep. Jumped on the Kraken to make the playoffs, minus 113 on last night on FanDuel. Love it. I'm on the Dolphins from a 9.5 earlier in the week. 9.5, I have no problem with people being on the 9.5 for the Dolphins. If you're betting them now at 12.5, 13, no, just don't. Go Yo, says Markel. Stop Gio, what's up? Kraken Wild, yeah. I like Grayson on the bump.
Yes, sir. Let's go O's.
Yeah, I really like the under and kicking props. He's the only good thing the Saints have. Carr is trash. Yeah, Carr was launching passes out the end zone last year. I'm on the under in the Ravens game and the under in the Cowboys game. I am on the under in that Cowboys game. Kind of like the under in the Saints. I took the over. I don't know. I just something. But we'll move on though to a game that I know people are probably going to disagree with me on. I've already did a free pick video for this one as well. We have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This line reopened up on Sunday night at minus 2.5 for the Ravens, and it's gone all the way up to a 5. This line reopened up at a where is it on? It reopened up at a 40. It's at a 38 now, so it's moved 2 points towards the under, and it's moved to 2.5 points towards the Ravens in this game. Let's take a look. We have 67% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on these Pittsburgh Steelers. And the line's continuing to move towards the Ravens. We have 87% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the under. The line is moved towards said under. For me and for my line in this game, I have Baltimore as a 5.5 point favorite. I got involved with Baltimore at a 4, and this is a contest pick for me at the 4. I believe it was a 4 for the contest. I have the Ravens, and I know people are going to be scared to lay points on the road in an AFC North matchup. I think this makes 100% sense. We do not know if Kenny Pickett's playing in this game, and the Steelers are that bad. Like, I'm not high on this Steelers team whatsoever. I thought this line should be up in that 5.5 range, rather than when it was a 3.5, 4. I wish I was able to get the 2.5 earlier in the week. I really do. I would have grabbed the Ravens earlier, but I'm still fine with the 4. I think they win this game by a touchdown. My numbers project them for a 6 to 7 point win, and I see some value here with the Baltimore Ravens. So I got them at I got them at a minus 4. Anything less than a 6, I think I'll be okay with these Ravens. But for me right now, it's just the Ravens minus 4, and I'm actually going to look at what the first half number is for them, and I think I'm going to double down on the first half full game.
Yeah, we got Ravens at 4. It's up to a 5. That's actually quite nice line movement to see. I'm happy with that. I like this one, and it's we got 4.5. Sorry. And it's mostly just Pickens. No, we didn't get 4. I don't know why I marked 4.5. It's going to be kissing titties today, I believe.
Potentially.
Which, well, that's what the line's telling me. Because normally 2 AFC North teams are it's a 3-point spread no matter what. But these two, it's just you look at it. Yes, Pittsburgh's coming off of an ugly loss, and Baltimore is coming off of a nice 28-3 win. Granted, it was against Cleveland with the backup quarterback. So I'm not really hung up on that. We got the under in that game, which worked. This one, I do like Baltimore. I think they get the job done. I think we've seen good enough stuff from Lamar Jackson. I'm not, and trust me, I am the opposite of high on Pittsburgh this year. So I'm going to go the opposite way of Pittsburgh pretty much every single week. Baltimore minus 4.5, 4 for me.
And then also
not a contest pick though.
For me, Baltimore is a contest pick. Also, Baltimore first half minus 3, minus 107.
There you go. What did you leave off?
Left off at that one. Yeah, one maybe my phone.
I'm surprised you stayed asleep, Earl. Dave was a bottle deep of vodka yelling through the screen to wake you up. He was trying to wake me up.
Yeah, he kept messing around saying, "Tim, wake up."
Oh, okay. No, I was passed out. Keep in mind, yesterday I woke up at 3:50 in the morning. So no, they were not waking me up. Breeze, good luck today. Let's get it. My Saints used to have no defense back in the day. Now they have no offense. I'll take the Penguins and the Predators today. Good luck. I lined up simple. Same game parlay. Ravens first half full game under and Tucker over 6.5 kicking points. Get it. Pens Pred ain't Washington over. How about we worry about guys? We have like 2 days until the regular season starts. Wait until then. Sounds like I missed a fun stream last night. I guess. All right, Nick, let's head to this one. And I know you're going to mention a buy low spot, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep. We have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals. The Bengals are -3, total 45. And believe me, I was not a Bengals person coming into the year. I was advocating for them under their win total. But if there is ever a game that they're going to win, it's this one here. Now, a couple of weeks ago, if you looked at the look-ahead lines, I believe that for this one preseason, Cardinals were 7.5 point dogs. Let's take a look here. This line opened up at a 42. It's up to a 45 for the total. I kind of do like that over a little bit. Maybe the line's moved a little bit too much for it, but this line reopened up at a 5, and it's done nothing but drop down to a 4.5, down to a 4, down to a 3.5, down to actually it was a 2.5 at one point. It's come back to a 3 in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here. I have a feeling I have a feeling this is a public side. It's actually kind of. 46% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Cardinals. The line's coming towards the Cardinals. I understand why the line's moving towards said Cardinals. 66% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under, and the line's moved up. I don't trust this Arizona defense at all for this matchup here. Let's get into what these two teams have done as of late. We have the Cincinnati Bengals coming in off of an embarrassing loss. They lost 27-3 against the Tennessee Titans. They're 1-3 this year. They've yet to cover a number. Arizona's been really strong. They are coming in off of their first non-cover of the year. They lost 35-16 against the 49ers. And one thing that I think when it comes to the Cardinals that you absolutely need with the Cardinals is for teams not to be overlooking them, because this is still one of the worst teams in football. But if a team comes in overlooking this Cardinals team, the Cardinals can easily sneak up and beat them. And I don't think we're going to get that from the Bengals today. I think this is a spot where this is a buy low spot, because this line a couple weeks ago was up over a touchdown, and now you can get them for a field goal. The Cincinnati Bengals, and it's because they've looked that bad. My number for this game was around a 4.5, 5. So I see a little bit of value here with Cincinnati as well. I'm on the Bengals, laying the 3. This probably square. It's probably the obvious play, but I'm going to lay the points here on the road with the Cincinnati Bengals, -3 with Joe Burrow and company.
This is a prove it game. And
this
is
a contest pick for me. My bad. Sorry.
And this is a contest pick for me. We're fading each other twice this week, Nick. It is what it is. I'm on the Cardinals. I don't know about you. This Cardinals team, yeah, they're 1-3. They're covering spreads. No, they did not cover last week versus the Niners. The Niners are a different animal. They covered the first 3 weeks. The Bengals have not covered a spread yet. The one time that they won, they pushed a 3. I don't know about you. I don't trust the Bengals as a favorite on the road. This is a prove-it game. Burrow does not look 100%. He seems to be off with his receivers. The running game's not there. The defense is not there. The offensive line is trying to kill Burrow. No, I'm not a believer in Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals at all. This is a prove-it game. If I lose this game because of it, fine. If I lose a bet because I'm not high on the Bengals. We were not high on the Bengals in the beginning of the year. That's fine. I'm on the Arizona. They're a contest pick for me, and I'm just going to roll with that. Burrow and the Bengals prove me wrong. Then I'll take you seriously. So far this year, it's not like they played the toughest of schedules. They scored 3 points against the Browns. I mean, I'm high on the Browns. I think they win the division, but they should score more than 3 points against them. They lose against the it's a 3-point game against Baltimore. It was not that close. Let's be honest, it was not that close. Rams, they won by 3, and they probably should have lost that game too. And then they scored 3 points against the Titans. Prove it to me. That's not a tough schedule. You should be 3-1 right now. Maybe even 4-0 right now, Bengals. And you're 1-3. Give me a break. Give me the Cardinals today. It's an ugly play, and it's the contrarian play. I know a lot of people are not high on either of these teams, but give me the Cardinals on this one, Nick.
Look, I'll be one.
Sounds like you missed. Oh yeah. Yeah. Never mind. That's Tuesday's schedule. For what?
Hockey.
I gotta look at that. Preseason NBA. Nope.
Nope. Shut that down real quick.
Sorry, my bad. I gotta get that. That was rude. Preseason NBA was 125 to 108 Golden State yesterday. Cool. It doesn't matter. Appreciate you coming in and commenting about that, but yeah, no. Let's add to this game, Nick, which I like this one as well.
Yeah, this line actually moved kind of interestingly. It opened up at a 5. It's now down to a 4. So it's a 1-point line movement towards these LA Rams. Line opened up at a 47. It's up to a 50.5. This line's moved up a lot, and I kind of agree with it here. I think that we'll be able to see the Rams be able to put up some points in this one. We have 50-50 split tickets on this one, but 65% of the cash is on the Eagles. And 85% of tickets, 87% of the cash is on the over, which is enough to keep me off the over, I think. Even though the line's definitely been respected, that money's coming in and it's been respected. Let's take a look at what these two teams have done as of late. And the Rams are a team I said heading into the year are going to be better than people think. They're 2-2. They're 3-0-1 ATS. This is a team that covered in every game they've played so far, or at worst pushed, because they pushed against Cincinnati. But if you bet them early, and you got it was like a 5.5, 6 early in the week. You could have, other than that, they've been an ATS machine, and the Eagles have been good too. I mean, they're 4-0, but they're only 2-1 ATS. They pushed against the Vikings. I cashed with the 7.5 with the Vikings in that game though.
6.5. They were never 7.5.
I got 7.5 early in that week.
Oh really? Never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Before that line dropped. But I think this is the week that the Eagles get handed their first loss. They are coming in off of an overtime loss against the overtime win, against the Washington Commanders, who only went on and looked terrible against the Chicago Bears. And I'm kind of interested in what the team total is here for these Rams, because I think that they are able to get to the secondary of the Eagles, which I'm not very impressed with at all. Kind of worried. Feel like I'm taking too many overs today. But I'm going to be on the team total over 22.5 with the Rams this here as well at $1.35. I think they put up 27 plus points in this game. I think they win this one outright. So I'll take the 22.5, my bet, with the Rams here as well. I'm on the Rams +4. I'm on the Rams money line. Now I'm on the Rams team total over.
You forgot to mention one tiny thing, Nick. Cooper Kupp's back.
Oh, that's it.
Which normally I go fade the injury report because a big player coming back. I think this only helps because he could have come back last week. They wanted to make sure he was 100% before coming back, and he is. And I think we see it here. This is a big game. The Rams could put themselves right in the conversation for a division run with a win in this one, because we'll talk about that Niners game later and what I think could happen in it. But I like the Rams in this matchup. And I think we put +4 up on the side or whatever. I wish we put the money line. I think they win this one outright and hand Philly their first loss of the year. If this was in Philly, maybe a different scenario, but I like myself a home dog. I think the Rams get it done, although they are not one of my contest picks for this week.
They are a contest pick.
Which so far I've mentioned I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, Houston, Arizona. The next 2 games will have my next 2 contest picks. So I'm ready to talk about those, but Rams in this one for me.
There you go. Rams.
I can't bet the Bengals right now. Yeah, me neither.
Good.
Everyone's saying that about the Bangs. Cincinnati 500. You put 500 in Cincinnati? All right. Tighten up. Good luck to you. I'm not gonna have anything in this one. Well, I did this game, Nick.
Yeah, and this is another one. I feel like I'm gonna land on another over. I don't know. This week feels like an over week. My totals have been pretty good in the NFL, and usually I'm an under better, which terrifies me. But let's get into it here. This line opened up last week. Actually, opened up on Tuesday morning. That's right, because the Jets played Sunday night, but it opened up in the morning at -2.5. It got down all the way to a -1 for the Broncos at one point. It's come back to a 2 in this spot. Line opened up at a 41.5 on Monday morning. It is now a 43. So it's moved a 1.5 towards the over, and it's moved half a point towards the Jets since the opening line here. And wow, I can see why it's moved towards the over. 60% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over, which the line's been respected though. It's moved. The line has moved, so it doesn't scare me as much. 68% of the tickets and 41% of the cash on the Jets, though. But the line's moved towards the Jets as well. So it looks ugly the way the money's coming in on this game, but the line moves have been respected in this one here. We have the Jets coming in off of yet another loss. They played the Kansas City Chiefs last Sunday night, but they looked good doing
in a game that they could have easily won.
They could have won that game. They didn't look bad in it. Both teams are 1-3 straight up. The Jets are 2-2 ATS. The Broncos are 0-3-1 ATS. We have the Jets have lost 3 straight games since beating the Buffalo Bills on week 1. But they played close against the Patriots. They played close against the Broncos. And against the Chiefs, my bad. Now they play the Broncos, which is definitely the worst defense they've played. The Jets have not had the easiest when it comes to defenses. Buffalo, Dallas, New England, and KC. Those are some tough defenses, and I think this is definitely a get-right spot here for Zach Wilson in this offense, especially against the Dolphins team. I'm reading who the Broncos have played. Against the Broncos team that gave up 28 to the Bears, 70 to the Dolphins, and 35 to the Commanders. I will say this now. This is going to be a career game for the MILF Hunter. I'm already on the Jets. That was the first bet I've made all week, was the Jets money line at +120. I'm going to get involved with a couple other spots in this game as well. I'm going to grab the Jets team total over 20.5 at -125. And I'm going to grab the full game over 43 as well, because I do think one thing we do look at with these Broncos is the offense is not the problem. It's their defense this year. And I think they could play to another over in this spot. I will take the Jets team total over 20.5 at -125 and the full game over 43. I'm also on the Jets money line.
I want to find a player prop for this one.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Anytime touchdown scorer, no, that +375 for him to score his own, like him to call his own number. I want passing touchdowns. Where can I find passing touchdowns? Because I'll take it. I'll take that over with you. Touchdown props? No, I'm on the Jets. I'm on the Jets in this one. I don't think that you should be able to. I don't think that the Broncos should be favored in this game. Good job, they won. They won last week against the Bears after coming a big comeback. Total passing yards: Zach Wilson over 208. I think that could be an interesting spot. Total passing touchdowns over 1.5 for Wilson at +150. Another one that could be interesting. I like the Jets in this matchup. I think they get the job done. They get their second win of the year. I just don't think the Broncos deserve to be this big of a favorite.
My numbers have the Jets as a favorite in this game, so I 100% agree.
Not this big of a favorite. I don't think they should be a favorite, period, in this game. So I'm doing that. Let's do that. Head back to the chat. Jets. And I will say, in the Battle of Wilson, this is the better Wilson. We have clips for both Wilsons. But we're not going to worry about the other one. The other one's trash. Eileen Broncos. Bad Joe. You don't fade the MILF Hunter. Anyways, we'll head to this game, which I know me and Nick disagree on, but
I'm uncomfortable about this game. I am.
I think this is going to be a good one.
Yep. The Minnesota Vikings and the KC Chiefs. The Chiefs 3.5-point favorites. Total 52.5 in this game. Let's get into this spot here where let me get to the right page here for the line history in this one, where this line opened up at a let's see what it was, 6, which is where it should be, and the line for whatever reason dropped down to a 3.5. I would like to know why. This line opened up at a 53, and it's down to a 52.5. So it moved towards the under, and it moved towards the Vikings, which I'm genuinely curious what people see to be betting the Vikings right now. Or for this line to move the way it has. 88% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the over, and yet this line's moved down. I think this is a sneaky under game. Everyone thinks the Chiefs are an over team still. They're not. 65% of the tickets, only 39% of cash is on the Chiefs, which makes me very worried about this game. I am on the Chiefs. I got them at 4. I'm very concerned about it. I don't like it. There's a reason why I left them off of my Cappers contest. My 2 plays that are on the outside looking in were the Chiefs and the Giants. For that, I think this line was correct when it opened because my line for this game is a 6. So I end up taking it. Maybe I'm falling for a trap here in this spot. It is what it is. I like the under in this game, and I don't think I've bet an under so far today. I need an under on my card. My bad. I have the under on the London game.
And the primetime.
And the primetime under. But I need an under on my card, and I think this is a sneaky under here. And this one at 52.5. And I think I want to get involved with this. And I'm leaning towards the Vikings team total under because I could see that this Chiefs offense being able to slow down the Vikings offense. I'm not sold on the Vikings, but I'll go under 52.5 in this game, minus 110. So under 52.5 for me, as well as the Chiefs minus 4.
This is a weird line movement game. 100%. Minnesota, sure, they won their first game of the year. Good job. Kansas City barely beat the Jets. This line dropped from a 6.5 area to a 3.5.
Why? I would like to know why.
Is Taylor Swift not going to be at the game, and all of a sudden the line drops? Or
Swifties aren't betting them this week?
Sorry, we had to mention Taylor Swift at least once. Sorry, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. All right, the YouTube algorithm, you could put us up. Okay, cool. No, I'm good. I'm on the Vikings. Why is this line this close? I remember there was a game like this last year, Nick.
Yeah.
And me and you were all over the Indianapolis Colts last year.
That game, yeah.
It does feel like that type of game here. I see the Minnesota Vikings winning this game outright. So I like Minnesota. I got them as a contest pick. I got them on the money line. I even skipped the points on when I bet it. I just took them outright money line. Give me the Vikings against the Kansas City Chiefs today.
Good luck. I feel very, very nervous about this game. At the number, I took the Chiefs. It was strictly a numbers play for me.
Lions first quarter over 6.5. I can see that. Green Machine, yes, Green Bay, but we'll talk about them tomorrow. First half, Chiefs. I mean, yeah, I could see that, but all right. We may end up adding another play to the site. We'll see how Nick feels about it. Sunday Night Football. Obviously, we're already on the under, but Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, we have Sunday Night Football, the marquee matchup of the day.
Yes.
With the Niners and the Cowboys in this spot here. Niners minus 3.5, total 44.5 this line. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between the Niners and the Cowboys. This line opened up at a I got to figure out where there we go. It opened up at a 3.5, and it stayed put at 3.5. It did touch 4 a couple times for a couple minutes, but this has stayed stagnant at 3.5 all week long. This line opened up at a 45. It's still a 45. So there's really been no line movement for this game the entire week. 63% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the Niners, and the line hasn't budged. It's moved a couple times towards the 3.5. And the line, and then we have 40% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under in this game. I am on the first half full game under. That's an auto play. It's a primetime game. My number for this game, 3.14. So I see slight value here with the 3.5 with the Dallas Cowboys. The question is, will I play the Cowboys in this game? And to be completely honest, I'm extremely tempted to. I really am. And I think I might end up on the Cowboys here at the 3.5 number and on the money line. Okay. You know the way I bet.
Don't even worry about the spread. Just take them outright.
No, the only time I don't worry about the spread is when it's less than 3. When it's more than 3 and I can get a win on a 3-point Niners victory, I will take that. And I'll take a shot here. Dallas Cowboys plus 3.5 minus 115. Dallas Cowboys money line plus 155 for a lesser bet. So I'm going to be on the Cowboys here in this spot, as well as the under. Cowboys plus the points in the under for me.
Yep, and that was the one play I was hoping we would get up. Cowboys, I'll be honest with you, Nick. I just put the money line. Cowboys outright plus 160. I've seen everybody all over the Niners, and the line has not moved. I just see Niners. I think Dallas wins this game. Dallas looked good. Obviously, it was against New England. Both teams are coming off of big wins, double-digit wins, 20-plus wins, I think. San Fran last week won, 30? They won by 19, sorry. But both teams coming off of double-digit wins. I'm just jumping on the Dallas Cowboys. Grabbed them on the money line plus 160, and we're ready to roll for some Sunday Night Football. We also have the under. We always bet the primetime unders as well, but for this one, we're also on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. So that'll conclude my card.
KC alternative line. No, I like Minnesota outright. Nick's on KC, but
yeah, I'm nervous about that.
That is all of the plays for Sunday football. Real quick, I'll mention Baltimore and Houston for the MLB. But it shouldn't really.
I think I'm only going to move on Houston.
It shouldn't that shouldn't really come as a surprise. Baltimore 115 and Houston minus 130. So let's jump on that. That is all the games for today. We'll go ahead quickly jump into a little bit of
housekeeping.
Channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Normally I would say we have the links right above Nick's, or the logos right above Nick's head. We're a little bit close because we're in the same room. If anybody didn't get that one. So if we did it like this, let's do it. There you go. There's all the links right in front, but we'll do that. Right above Nick's head, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $4.99 a month, 16 cents a day. Really, really good college football day. Hopefully you have a good NFL day. Not to mention NHL and NBA starting up soon, college basketball. We'll probably have college basketball most days as a member-only thing up on the YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check that out. $4.99 a month. Recap time. I'm personally on Houston. I'm on the over in the Patriots game. The Baltimore Ravens, Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams, New York Jets, Minnesota Vikings, and the Dallas Cowboys, along with the under in the Cowboys game as well. Nicholas?
Yes, I am on the I'm currently sitting with the under 48.5 on this Buffalo game, but you guys don't care about that because you can't bet it. Giants plus 13, plus 550 sprinkle, and the team total under 30.5 for the Miami Dolphins. New England and New Orleans over 39. Baltimore first half -3, full game -4. Atlanta Falcons -130. Colts team total over 20.5, full game over 43.5. Bengals -3. Rams +4, +178, and team total over 22.5. The Chiefs -4 and the under 52.5. Jets +120, team total over 20.5, full game over 43. And then ending the night off with the Cowboys 3.5 and 155, as well as under 21.5 first half, under 45 full game.
Sounds good. That's gonna do it. Oh, there was a couple more chats. Nope, can't do the Cowboys. F them. They always fail when I'm on their side. Fair enough. So under and Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown. I could see that as well. That's gonna do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Short show tomorrow because we'll talk about 2 baseball games and Monday Night Football. See you guys then. Bye-bye.